I'm gonna allow myself to be hyped for Ragnarok.
Dude,
I will allow the hype.
I've gone into work like every day since then and been like, yes, we know each other. It's my friend from work.
Is that a wrestler?
No, it's Thor, the trailer.
Close enough.
Heard.
Chris Hemsworth, probably he has the size. He can be a good wrestler.
Sure about that.
He's doing a great Thor.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
Yeah.
The first one was pretty good.
I had the Dark World on my DVR for the longest time, but I never like actually.
The second one was just weird because
yeah,
it's more the same old. Let's kill aliens from space with big lasers.
Yeah,
like,
I
God
didn't.
Damn it, dude.
I didn't really care for it the second time.
The first one was fun.
Well, it seemed like his female counterpart from the first one just seemed very unfazed by she hadn't seen him in forever, and then he just flies down in the middle.
Natalie Portman.
He's like, hey, we gotta go and do stuff, and she's just like, oh, there's Thor again.
Yeah, it was really weird. And all of a sudden, you're in a movie now for weird reasons because you're an actress and make a lot of money. So we're gonna make you this person that gets goo on you, and you're like, what's happening?
Goo.
Is this being shared yet?
Nice, dude.
Okay, yeah, there it is.
Did he get? Oh, you didn't get the lost.
So
Son of a
second Thor was
bitch.
kind of dumb. First Thor was good though.
They've been listening to you for a little
Yeah.
Third
That's fine.
Thor would be
No.
The
good.
Underground Pub Show was powered by the Pimpy
I
K
think
Multiverse
Guardians
Network.
of-
Sponsored by Outback Steakhouse.
What's up, guys, and welcome to episode 32 of the Underground Pub Show here on the Pippy K Multiverse Network. My name is Schreiber, here as always with Bobo, and welcoming back CJ from his week absence from the show. How's it going, buddy?
It's going great, man. I just really got upset because I went to the movie theater trying to watch Beauty and the Beast in IMAX 3D.
And you didn't get to, did you?
They didn't get the. They didn't have an IMAX 3D, so I had to watch it in regular 3D.
Again?
Yeah, it was not the same as the previous 4 times that I've seen it.
That's a
It was
bummer,
such a
man.
letdown.
I'm so sorry to hear that, dude. I mean, I've heard
So
seeing
you-
an IMAX 3D is quite the experience.
It's unbelievable. I'd say it's the best movie experience that I've ever
Oh, so
seen.
you finally have seen it in IMAX 3D?
Yeah, the 6th time I went and saw it, I finally got the chance to see it. on
CJ,
3D.
is it true that you got an app on your phone that if you download the app and start it as movie starting and sit on it, your phone will actually vibrate to the movie scenes?
Yes.
So it'll be more like an interactive vibration of when things would happen. Like if she ducks, you actually feel like you're ducking because your phone vibrates in a certain part.
like
of
the old
ass.
ramp?
Is that true?
Yeah, like the old like Rampage pack for your
It's like a
N64.
rumble pack for
Yeah, the
your
rumble
phone
pack. Yeah,
that you can sit
absolutely.
on while watching Beauty and the Beast.
I do. It's probably the best
enhances
movie.
I remember
your
the ro-
movie-going experience.
I remember the Rumble Pack for GoldenEye.
Yep.
Like, it would just vibrate, like, anytime anything happened.
this one is
you
for
open
your
a door and it
brown eye.
vibrates. Like,
From a brown eye.
And it will rumble you right through Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, I will say it's such a fantastic movie. It's better than Avatar and all the other great movies in IMAX 3D that I've seen in my life.
so if it's better than Avatar, then it was better than Dancing with Wolves, too, correct?
Yes. Well, I got really upset when Two Socks died in Dances with Wolves. Spoiler
But Dances
alert.
with Wolves was not in 3D IMAX.
No,
It was not in 3D IMAX.
It should be that in Waterworld. If they can like bring back Waterworld and put that in IMAX 3D,
Fucking Kevin Costner?
yes. And old Mickey at the end.
Hell yeah, dude. I would be okay. I mean, that's a reboot I could get behind. Waterworld? I can
Yeah.
get behind
the
that.
same fucking movie? With
Yeah.
Kevin Costner?
Yeah, he has the gay.
Yeah,
And
that's
the fucking-
super terrific
And
movie.
the fucking water?
Yeah, that super terrific movie about the world in the water.
And the fins and the gills and the buildings in the water. And
Like,
the water? That one?
In all honesty, did that movie make isn't it like ranked in like the top 20 like worst movies like ever? Like even
I
up there
think
with
it
B
was
movies.
like as far as money is concerned, someone can actually look this up and let me know. But I think it was a commercial flop.
yeah.
As far as money and like how much you put into it and how much you're expected back, I think they kind of ended. I don't know. I mean, now it might have finally petered out, but
I think it finally broke even.
I think it was a flop.
It was basically what Warcraft was supposed to be, but the Japanese saved that.
Yeah, kind of the Chinese.
The Chinese, I'm
savers
sorry.
of movies that we find a little bizarre, but they will save them. They didn't like Warcraft though for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Or did they? No, they didn't.
No.
I thought they were all for the Warcraft movie.
No, I don't.
Chinese
I
folk?
can't remember. If
I thought on this show you said that they were all about the
Did I?
Warcraft
Maybe they
movies.
saved
like-
it. 'Cause
It's ghost. I know it's ghost movies that they're not a fan of.
Yeah,
but-
they're not a fan of spiritual movies, so maybe.
But
that
they
was
make
one of the
such
that
good
passed through.
ones. Like, wasn't The Grudge was a Japanese
Originally,
movie first.
yeah.
and,
That
No,
and
yeah, we're
Ring.
getting our Japan and China mixed up though.
Oh.
That's what's happening.
That's
Okay,
that's
yeah,
very hard
you're
to
right.
do.
You're right. That is that's.
Sorry. I mean, I was like, hold on.
hold
Let's
on.
reel it back in for a second. But yeah, Japan, they're definitely more like open about all that sort of stuff.
Heard
and
that.
and they actually prefer to put that on.
Japan makes some like really gruesome horror movies, and they have. I saw a preview for one. Apparently, it came out a while ago, but it's finally getting like an American release on DVD, and it's called Blood-Soaked Bodybuilder in Hell, and it's supposed to be like a Japanese version of the Evil Dead, but like it. I couldn't really figure out what was going on from what I was watching in the trailer. Y'all look this up. Like it shows a family. They move into some house. It's not a cabin, but it's like a house in a neighborhood, and things start happening. People turn into demons, but it's really, really low quality, like worse than the original Evil Dead quality. And in the midst of it, there's some dude working out and like holding barbells while he's stabbing demons. And like it's really fucking bizarre, dude.
No
But
days off, man. No days
sounds
off.
very
You can't take it
Japan,
off.
though. Yeah,
But I
no
mean,
days off.
y'all check that shit out. Blood-Soaked Bodybuilder in Hell. That is a real movie that's coming out coming out for DVD in America. And guess who's got 2 thumbs and buying that shit?
It
This
sounds like
guy.
it'll be
Is it on Blu-ray too?
I don't know if it's necessary for a Blu-ray release. Like I said, I mean the quality. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like the quality of it, the quality of what I see in the trailer. I guess they meant for it to look like this, but it looks worse than the
Probably.
original Evil Dead. Like it looks bad. Brandon Anthony McKendrick, to answer your question, yes, he's incredibly hungover. He just found out
Hi, Courtney.
less than an hour ago that Aaron Hernandez died. That's how hungover he is.
Yeah, like because we got into it a little bit earlier today about it, and he legit didn't know about
Yeah.
Aaron Hernandez.
And what he means by we got into it is we have a group chat that we use on Facebook Messenger to stay on track with how important this show is and the up-to-date facts that we have. That's what we use, and we've been talking about it literally all day. And he just found out about it. Like, I mean, it was what, like 20 minutes after me and you got here?
Yeah,
Right?
like legit, like it was like a nonchalant, like, oh man, Aaron Hernandez died today. That's crazy.
He's a by the way, Brandon, he's a football player and he did some naughty things, and yeah, he's not with us anymore.
Yeah. And Ben Lively, local boy, he got called up to the Phillies today. He did not debut. He's in the bullpen, but
We just jumped right out of Aaron Hernandez into baseball. Like,
Well, no, I just wanted to comment on a chat, because Ben Lively went to Gulf Breeze and now is on the Phillies. So congrats to him for getting called up.
congrats to him.
Yeah, and Bobo actually, we got into a little mini scuffle today.
Yes, let's talk about
on
that, shall we?
On the interweb.
First,
I
I'd
mean,
like to
we-
say
'cause
hello
we-
to Courtney. Hello, Courtney.
What's up, Courtney? We don't need to really talk about what happened with Aaron Hernandez. If you've been unless you've been living under a rock, he killed himself this morning. Other than that,
Allegedly.
allegedly. So I mean, we all know about what happened with him. But no, let's talk about this with you guys today and the Aaron Hernandez.
I just say that at around 5 o'clock in the afternoon, if you're like, let me get on Facebook and start posting Hernandez memes, it's done. You're done. There's no need to post anymore. They're done. We've seen them all. We've seen every single one of them. We've seen all
The
the
jokes have been
variations of
made.
And if you're unsure, just scroll down for a minute or two. If you just get off work, I want to get this Hernandez thing. Scroll down a little bit. If all the memes you saved have been posted on all these other threads, then just don't post them. Just comment in the ones that have been posted and laugh and be like, oh, that one was pretty funny. But don't start this whole. I saw people posting a meme in the post that was started by the meme. They posted the meme again in that same
Like
post.
the original
I'm like,
meme.
what is happening? Like, they didn't even look. They just saw Hernandez's face and just posted their meme in there. But it was literally the main part of the whole thread was that meme.
I think because you have
Just
such a good
use
internet.
some common sense. Use the internet senses. Just use your internet senses.
Who uses internet sense?
We're currently using
I am
internet
here-
senses. We have a show on the internet.
I am
Like,
here to teach people.
Yeah,
And there you go.
I think that's what they hold you in such internet regard, Bobo, is that they want to make you laugh. So if they find a meme, they're like, I'm going to post
I
it
understand that.
and make Bobo laugh.
But they also know how I roll, and they know that I just won't reply to them. I wouldn't give a like. I just leave it and let it sit there and hang and die. I'm like, no. I've seen this already.
Yeah, you weren't even referring to me, but I was like, me being self-centered. I was like, damn it, Bobo, what the hell?
Like
to the internet. I'm gonna get
9
my
times out of
revenge.
10 when I find something that on the internet that I think Bobo will think is funny, like I feel pretty accomplished with myself if I get an LOL out of him. If he ignores it, then I was like, well, that was shit, I guess.
Yeah, usually if I ignore him, I literally have seen it already.
But-
I don't want to encourage anything else with it.
You got to admit, I brought some good black metal videos to your life,
You
though,
have.
right?
You definitely have.
Especially the one, I don't remember what that band was, but they were crawling out of the cave and they were playing the air guitar, like
That
on
one
the.
was pretty good.
Yeah, like it had everything. It had the spikes, it had the fire, it had a wooded area, like it had really terribly produced music, like that's the weirdest thing about that music. For some reason, there's like a rule that it's not true black metal unless it sounds like it was recorded in like your fucking grandmother's bathroom, like or some shit like that, like. But yeah, no, Aaron Hernandez.
Are there awards for black metal?
No, I have
Like-
never seen. I have never seen.
There's no like Grammys for black metal.
No, but now that you mention that though, like over the last I don't know 10 years maybe, there's 2 different magazines, one in England and one here in America, that have started to do metal awards, and it's kind of hard to take seriously. Like I do have a difficult time with it because 9 times out of 10, they just give it to the most famous people, and like every award they have is named after somebody that's dead. Like the best guitar player award's the Dimebag Darrell Award. He's guitar player for Pantera. He's been dead for a while now, but they'll always give it to somebody kind of irrelevant. Like I remember Zakk Wylde won it a few years ago, and he has not put a new album out as a solo artist or with Ozzy or with Black Label Society in like at least 5 years. But somehow he won the guitar player award. To me, it didn't make any sense. I don't take metal award shows seriously. Rainey's Revenge won an award a couple months ago for being the best metal band for a magazine, and we haven't released a new album since 2012, and didn't know that we were nominated for it.
Was that magazine aware of Arson Wave?
I guess not, because they actually had released a new album out.
And aren't they like on a top chart with iTunes or whatnot?
They were doing pretty well on iTunes, from what I understand. Yeah.
Good for Arson Wave. They're
Yeah.
in the PMVN family.
Now, I mean, our album drops on iTunes May 5th, I believe.
The Underground Pub Show album?
Yeah, it's gonna be super brutal.
Nice.
It's gonna be super fucking brutal. I can't wait. No,
Swimming pools everywhere.
yeah, green swimming pools everywhere. When Rainey's Revenge shows up, there's a green swimming pool. I'm in such a green swimming pool today that my ass fucking picked up. Look what I'm rocking today, Bobo.
I don't even know. God, what is?
I went with it. The Milwaukee's best ice. Dude, I almost went with the bull today. I almost did.
I don't know if this mic's on.
I almost went with the bull today, but I decided I really wanted to be like a dirtbag, and I saw the Milwaukee's. I saw this 32-ounce can of 6.9% proof or 6 alcohol volume, Milwaukee's best, and I mean, come on, when you crunch those numbers down, dude, like that much alcohol for $1.32.
It's a damn good deal.
God, my body's just hurting. All that mentalness.
Dude, honestly,
Yeah.
my body is hurting just drinking this as we speak, dude.
Man, I thought I was the only
Lord.
person that get that reaction out of
I don't want to
Bobo,
hear
where he
about
just,
it.
Like,
I died
grabs
on the
his
air
head.
last night.
Wow.
Yeah, you sound like you were in rare format last night, man. Like, well, I'm sorry, not rare format, but
Should we wish him a happy
above
birthday?
you. Oh yeah, happy birthday, Kenny.
Yeah, it's our
Like,
producer's birthday.
I tried to call and wish you a happy birthday yesterday, but
We got snubbed from
it
our
was not happening,
You did
dude.
snub them twice. I was laughing.
I got straight up snubbed.
They're asking me. I was like, I don't know, dude.
I
I'm
check
not
callers
sure.
all the time. That's nothing new.
No, I know you don't let people talk on your show, dude. Like,
I'm on
like
your program.
my band Rainey's Revenge has been on the Pippi K show twice, and if you watch both those episodes through all of it, you might learn 3 facts about Rainey's Revenge: that we're a band, we play metal, and that something stupid happened at Vinyl last year, and that's it. Like, you have to go to our.
Is there anything else we should know?
Yeah,
about?
yeah, I
mean,
guess
you
not.
haven't done anything lately.
Not lately, we haven't. Thanks, man. We used to be really popular at one time.
By the way,
Like,
you have a Iron Maiden beer in the fridge.
do I really?
Yes.
Why am I drinking this bullshit? Can you please? Where is it? Is it over there? All right, thank you. Why I'm drinking Milwaukee's
Well,
best.
Finish that first, dude. Don't just leave it.
Well, I'm gonna drink them both
There's
like a man.
18 gallons of that thing left.
I'm a man, dude. I'll drink that trooper with this
Well, there you go.
because I'm a man, like Aaron Hernandez, who was a man.
Speaking of Aaron Hernandez, quickly, you guys think it was a suicide? Personal opinion?
Well, I think it's kind of hard to block the door so people can't get in from the inside.
I mean, he was in a single cell though, right? Like
Yeah, and
by
they said
himself.
The door was barricaded so the police, the wherever they
To, like,
guards.
prevent him?
guards had a hard time getting into him to resuscitate him because they couldn't get through the barricade he made with his bed frame, whatever, on the door. So if someone did go in there and kill him, how would they pull that off and got out the cell, leaving it barricaded on the inside? It's quite a fucking feat of.
Let's be honest. The guys that find him wrote the story, right?
I mean, well,
When
yeah.
there's a will, there's a way.
I mean, that
He
is.
didn't leave a will.
He did not. He did not. But,
No
I mean,
way.
but I mean, on a serious note, though, like I mean, it wouldn't terribly shock me for a number of reasons why he'd kill himself. One, what the fuck does he have to live for? There is nothing glorious about. I mean, granted, I've never been to prison. I've done some time in jail before, but I've never been to prison. But I've heard it's not very nice.
Okay.
Did he just realize now
And-
that he's in prison after the last few years?
Well, I mean, when that shit really sinks in
Allow me
after a while,
to read
like,
something to you guys then. And
Okay.
you tell me what you think after I'm done reading this. Just give me a few minutes. I know you guys like to interrupt, but just give me like 4 minutes
Okay.
to read
Okay.
this before you do.
Before we interrupt you.
Please, that's all I ask.
4 minutes. All right, I'm starting the
Once
timer
I
now.
start reading, if you don't mind.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right, but no, this is actually kind of now. I'll just read everything here verbatim.
Okay.
Okay. Best explanation I've read so far as to why A-Rod decided to murk himself. Now, not sure if this has been explained yet, but so out there in Boston, there's a local sports talk radio show called Toucher and Rich. Last hour, they had on a law professor and a lawyer to explain what's going on and why he probably did it. Because his murder conviction is in appeal, and his recent gun charge will go into appeal, now that he is dead, those appeals cannot be heard and those convictions will be vacated. And while this doesn't help with the civil suits his family estate will face from the victims' families, it does make it so that officially Aaron Hernandez does not have any convictions under his name. Now, what that means in the grand scheme of things to his family is now technically entitled to his NFL pension, his signing bonus, and any other money the Patriots owe him. I'm sure they will fight it out, but it gives the family a leg to stand on. This happened in the case of the Catholic priest that touched all those kids, Father Goggins. That's quite a touchy priesty name.
Goggins.
I think his name was convicted, appealed, offed himself, and they vacated the convictions. The family still were able to bring civil charges, but he officially never got convicted. Too long didn't read. Hernandez's convictions will be vacated now. He is no longer a felon and is owned his NFL pension, his signing bonus, and more money that will technically go to his family.
So he killed himself to help out his family.
That's a theory. That's a working theory that's out there right now.
Another theory I heard was, I mean, this is very kind of out there, but it's also not crazy either. I mean, it's no secret that the guy had, you know, street tendencies. I guess he was living kind of a thuggish lifestyle for a while. I've heard rumors that eventually that there might be a hit out on his family or something like that, as long as he was alive or something like that, and by offing himself, it would keep his family a little bit more safe. Although yours sounds a little bit more believable, but
Or like somebody, like maybe he in the courts might say something, throw somebody's name in the mix, and that's why I wanted it taken down.
something like that. Yeah, I mean, there's a number of reasons, man. I mean, people are going to be asking. By the way, Robin from Coyote says happy birthday, King.
And it's her birthday. Happy birthday, Robin.
No, it sure is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Happy
Birthday,
birthday,
Robin.
Robin.
Yeah,
But
she
there's-
had that huge steak. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Go
No,
ahead.
you're good.
Well, I mean, I was just saying there's a number of reasons why he did it, but I mean or why he allegedly may have done it. But I mean, they all seem to make sense. I mean, CJ, getting back to you about, well, he's only been in prison for how many? I mean, it's been what, 4 or 5 years, I guess. Like,
I mean, at least since 2012,
I mean, he might have been a
13,
weak
like,
ass bitch when they hang himself, but the timing, this is weird.
the timing is a little strange, but I mean, you know, I know from reading and talking to people that have done time, and I've read books about it. Your psychological like stance gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse while you're in there, because all you have is time to think. You don't have a lot of time to do anything, you know.
Yeah.
Didn't
And-
his defense and appeal team just like uncover some stuff that was going to get him possibly
because
out of some
They
stuff?
they
from the
filed
two-
an appeal for it. They didn't say anything about they've got proof of anything. They'd filed an appeal. I mean,
Well, no, I
You got
actually
acquitted
heard
for
that-
the 2012
two
murders.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 2012, the double homicide in Boston, because they claimed that some dude spilled a drink on him, and then Hernandez got in his car and did a drive-by on him. I think those charges were now dropped. Or
yeah, they were recently dropped.
yeah,
but-
evidence was proved to be someone else or something like that. So
Seems like a legitimate
And
response.
that was what he
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
went back to court for. And they told him, well, that's not on you anymore, type of thing.
No, I mean, overall, that really had no weight in what he was going through. I mean, he's already serving a life sentence, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like the reincarnation of Aaron Hernandez can immediately go right to jail or anything like that. But, I mean, I really don't want to spend a lot of time talking about it because it is what it is, you know? I mean, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not part of a legal team or anything like that. The dude's dead. I'd be very. I mean, I'm sure between ESPN and real news sources, they're going to be talking about this for a long time. And I mean,
Unless Trump does something weird again.
unless Trump does something weird again. But I mean, I do want to say this though. I mean, while like I've gotten an absolute kick out of these memes, and I've had a little chuckle about all this myself. On a real note, this fucking sucks for his daughter. It's already sucked for his daughter, but it really sucks now. Like, I mean, I mean, imagine having to grow up.
Honestly, it sucks for a lot of people before he
Yeah.
killed himself too. Though.
Yeah, that's what
He killed his sister's
his sister's boyfriend or husband or something like that.
His wife's sister's husband.
Yeah. So I mean, it sucks for it sucked for a lot of people. I mean, it already sucked, but I mean, like for a little girl, I mean, she's only 4 years old, you know. I mean, and like, I mean, that like
Maybe he should have thought about all that.
Well,
before
obviously,
pulled the
maybe he
trigger.
should have thought
Yeah,
about it. I mean,
it's like he didn't care. It's all
Hell,
self
he was-
responsibility.
I'm
a winning NFL team.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very aware that he should have thought about it. I'm saying that no matter what, he's done it, and like
He's only 27 too. He would be
Yeah.
in his prime right now.
And I think the point is that it's not the people that are hurting. It wasn't their fault that he
yeah,
did this shit.
that's
right?
what I'm saying. Like his daughter, no matter what, I mean, this is gonna be tough for her growing up. You know, like this is gonna be so tough for her to grow up because not only was she already gonna have to deal with the fact that she's never gonna get to really see her dad outside of a correctional facility.
Yeah.
But now she's just never gonna see him. Period. You know, and I mean, that sucks. You know, that sucks for. I mean, I was. You know, I mean,
it's not a great story to have, a
Yeah.
backstory to have when you're going through
No.
middle school and high school.
yeah, when we like grow up
His
knowing
dad
that
was
like,
Aaron
well,
Hernandez.
my
He
my
killed people and killed himself.
yeah, like people are always gonna know who Aaron Hernandez is. Like
Yeah.
she's always gonna know that or be known as I'm that dude's daughter. And that sucks. I feel bad for that girl, and you know
There will be a lot of that.
Yeah.
it sucks. But
Sports.
sports, yeah. Let's we're done with Aaron Hernandez. I mean, it is what it is.
So
Like I
Aaron
said,
Hernandez.
yeah, and Aaron Hernandez is done with himself too. So that's
got-
that. He went out doing what he loved.
We got NBA playoffs. We got baseball in
we-
full swing.
NHL playoffs are as we speak going on right
The
now.
Chicago team in hockey is doing sucky.
They
Or
are
the Chicago
Bla-
team in basketball is
the sh-
doing great.
While
Yeah.
the Chicago team in basketball is doing well, the Blackhawks are doing horrible right now, and they were actually considered to be one of the top seed. They were top of their division. They were considered to be they were one of the, in my opinion, if one of the top 5 teams that were going to make the cup, and easily a shoo-in for the Western. In fact, in my bracket, which is about to get screwed after tomorrow when they lose this game,
Mine too.
in my bracket, I had the Blackhawks playing the Capitals in the Stanley Cup, and it looks like that's not going to happen at all because the Capitals are in a pretty bad shape right now themselves. Well, not so much. I'll get back to that in a minute. But either way, the Blackhawks have been off to such a bad start in the playoffs right now, which is very uncharacteristic for them. That the first 2 games against the Predators were in Chicago, and they didn't just lose them both; they didn't score a goal in either one. And those are expensive ass tickets right there. So, I mean, Chicago sports fans love the Blackhawks right now because I mean, while the Bulls are doing great, and we'll get to that in a minute. Right now, overall, they haven't done much lately. And the Bears, well, let's just not even get into that.
Yeah.
Cubs won the World
Yeah.
Series last year.
Well, yeah, there was the Cubs with the World Series last year, but before that, they hadn't really done much either. The Blackhawks, on the other hand, make the playoffs every year. They've got superstars on that team. They've won 2 Stanley Cups in the last 7 years. Like they're legit. They're a very huge force to be reckoned with in hockey. And here they are in the first round against the Nashville Predators, who have been a very underwhelming team. I'm not saying bad, but very kind of like the Bengals, I guess. They're good enough to get there, but they're not going to make it far past it, you know, if at all. So I mean, here they are. I mean, and they get blanked out 2 home games. And the second game was 5-0. Like it was really, really bad. And so I mean, they lose tomorrow. That's that. They lost game 3 in Nashville in overtime. They actually did score a goal in that game, 2 of them for that matter.
So they're down 0-3 now.
They're down 0-3. They lose tomorrow. They're done. That's it for the Blackhawks.
They might
And
be donezo as it is.
I think they're looking to be donezo. And the Capitals, I'll have to check. In fact, I'm checking on this as we speak right now.
Callback.
But the Washington Capitals,
Hey, what's our
That's a
phone number?
callback. 907-7686.
All right.
But
If you want to call in, 850-907-7686. We'll take any call about any topic.
exactly. But the Washington Capitals, who did win today, as I'm looking at it, they won 5-4 today, so that series is tied. But I mean, this is very, very Washington-ish of the Capitals. Every season they finish either best in the league with one of the best goal scorers in the league, or very close. They have Alexander Ovechkin. They have Nicholas Backstrom. They have, they rarely deal with injury issues. They always, they had like last year they had a Golden State Warriors kind of season. It was one of the best hockey seasons anyone's ever seen, beat in the second round. This year they're now tied with Toronto, 2-2. So I mean, Washington's kind of alive now. But I mean, the Capitals, it is like, I mean, as a hockey fan, I want to see Alexander Ovechkin do something. The guy's great. He's one of the best hockey players we've seen in the last 20 years. Get around this dude and win this man a Stanley Cup. My Lightning didn't make the playoffs, so I'm rooting for the Capitals. I do kind of like the Maple Leafs. They had some guys that did well for me in fantasy, but I didn't fucking win fantasy this year, so who gives a shit? I want to see the Capitals. I want to see the Capitals do something this year. So I mean, don't let this guy down. The guy Alexander Ovechkin's a great hockey player. He does not know what a championship looks like.
I'm sure he knows what it looks like. He just hasn't had it yet.
Yeah, he knows what it looks like from the stands or on a TV screen, but not playing in one. Even in the Olympics, and he plays for Russia. Never made a gold medal round. Nothing. Like, the guy just always seems to lose, and it's never his fault. It's everybody around him.
He should buy himself a trophy.
He should buy himself a trophy that he still didn't win. At least I won mine. Alexander Ovechkin, I mean, you might be better off just buying yourself a trophy, because it seems like you're either that or come play for the Lightning. We'll take you. Y'all can have Stamkos. I'm ready to make that trade right now. But it sucks. I feel bad for the guy.
Yeah, it sucks.
It is what it is. So yeah, NHL playoffs are a little interesting already right now.
Go Maple Leafs. With that being said,
I would be okay if the Maple Leafs did win, because like I said, there's quite a few guys on that team that I do like, but
Austin Matthews.
He did well for me in fantasy until it mattered, and then suddenly he died.
It sounds very Breeze-like.
Yeah. It sounds very Breeze. It sounds very Saints-like. I do want to mention, too, really quickly in local news. I don't know how many of you guys saw last week, Thursday, I was at the Ice Flyers game. I reported live about 6 different videos. I was having a good time that night. The Ice Flyers did win that series. They won the game 2-1 to win the series, to sweep the Fayetteville Fire Ants. They're playing game 1 of the semifinals tonight against the Macon Mayhem. There is 18-16 left in the third period. They are still down 1-0. So hopefully now I know no matter what, if they win or lose this game, because for some reason, because of a scheduling conflict, which happens a lot with this fucking league, because of a scheduling conflict, the Ice Flyers, they started the season in the second round in Pensacola, but the next 2 games, the deciding next 2 games will be in Macon. So the Ice Flyers really need to win this one if they want to see what a championship looks like next week.
Yeah, I hear Macon has a great home field advantage.
Well, I mean, they're doing pretty well on the road right now, winning 1-0. But
They had a great ladies baseball team too back in the day.
did they really?
Yeah.
What do you remember what their name was?
No, the Macon
Mamas.
I don't think that was it.
Making babies.
The Macon Babies.
No, God.
But I would love that if it existed.
Making bacon. I don't know. I'm rooting for Macon, to be honest with you. I know I'm a hometown boy, but go Macon.
What's their logo?
I don't know.
It's the Mayhem, so I don't know. I mean,
That's an XFL team.
well, that was an XFL team, yeah.
So is hot tubs in the end zone.
That still exists. There are swimming pools and hot tubs in the VIP areas of the Jacksonville Jaguar Stadium.
Yeah,
Really?
I swear to God, yeah. Like, that's what they've resorted to now to get people to come out to that. It was either that or Tim Tebow, and they went with the hot tubs.
You would actually remember this a few years ago. The Dodgers
won the West.
Yeah, they jumped in Arizona's pool, and that was a huge no-no.
Yeah,
Like,
Oh, really?
Well,
Yeah.
they didn't care. They
Yeah.
knew it was going to piss them off. That's
Yeah.
why they did it.
yeah. So the Dodgers actually jumped in the Diamondbacks pool.
They
Nice.
clinched.
They beat 'em.
They clinched the NL West that night.
Yeah. So, and speaking of baseball, it's full swing, you guys.
Is it full? Is it full
What is-
swing
what
right
does
now?
that
Full
mean?
swing and a miss for my Blue Jays. They're,
Yeah, I heard they're not doing too well
they're
right
like,
now.
I think
Okay.
they're like 3-12.
3-12. That's bad right now.
Yeah.
Sounds bad. Yeah.
It's pretty bad. The Yankees are the surprise team so far. They're doing pretty well.
I've been for some reason their scores always pop up on my phone. I'm like, I don't care about the fucking Yankees, but they keep popping up on my phone. Like, yes, you do. I'm like, no, I don't. And I notice as I get mad at my phone for telling me to score, they are scoring a lot.
Yeah, they
Yankees-
got
5-0 and 7-3.
I
And
mean,
all
the
this shit.
They've got
Yankees
some
are
good
one of
young
those
players.
teams. Aren't they always like kind of a well, no matter what they'll
No,
make the playoffs.
they've
like,
rolled off a little
Yeah.
bit lately.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
They've got some good young players. Aaron Judge in the outfield's killing it. Gary Sanchez, their catcher, was supposed to be a dynamite for him. He's been injured, but once he comes back, that's a big bat that's going to help him out. And their pitching's been pretty well. Even Fat Boy CC Sabathia,
CC Sabathia is still there?
he's still there. And
God.
yeah, Captain Crunch Sabathia, which that's why they call him CC because he likes Captain Crunch.
I bet he
Well,
does.
I'll be damned. I didn't know that.
No,
How
that's,
about
that's actually like I'm not making the joke. That's legit.
That's legit. He's big. I mean, Captain Crunch is delicious. I'll
who's
give
the
him that.
big
but
guy that's in Atlanta now? What's his name? The other-
Bartolo Colon.
Yeah, that guy. He's even bigger than ever.
Yeah.
Is he pitching well though?
He's a good
I heard
pitcher.
he's pitching well still.
He's good, and the funny thing is, I know we've had this debate about athletes in baseball. But
There aren't any, but go ahead.
That mother, he is so fat. The best thing is watching him like just go up the plate to hit. Because if he gets a hit, just seeing him run around the bases is just hilarious.
But what sport can you get away with this being the main person on the team and fat? How does that happen?
I mean,
Pitchers can be fat.
it makes me feel like if he didn't smoke weed, like the main character of The Big Lebowski, he probably could have played minor league baseball at least, right? Like, I
at
mean,
least.
at least minor league. I
Why
mean,
not?
he might have been able to play for the Toronto Blue Jays this year.
Yeah.
Like
Shut up.
the
I'm just saying, it's just
that would put some asses in the seats. Jeff Bridges playing for
there's
the
a
Blue
lot
Jays.
of bad
just have-
bodies in baseball.
We just have a lot of old players right now, and we lost Edwin Encarnacion to the Indians, and
He
but
still plays?
yeah, Encarnacion.
God.
Yeah, he's on a huge deal with the Indians.
A huge deal.
Huge deal. So, but
Bummer,
he's not
dude.
hitting the ball very well. I don't know. It's going to come down to the AL East right now. It's like the Orioles and the Yankees are the
It's still
top
kind
teams.
of early
but-
though, right?
No, yeah,
That
it's
was very early. Yeah.
But like 3-12 or 3-11, whatever they
I mean,
are.
that's not a good
No,
start.
that's not a good
Still
start at all.
fantasy baseball. Your season's shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 0-2 but enough about that.
No, but it would almost be nice.
Twist
Well,
the king.
I'm not saying it would be nice, but see, like I mean, I kind of share your same passion for if your team's gonna suck, then just suck, you know?
Yes.
Because I mean, in hockey, my Lightning, they looked awful at the beginning of the season. In fact, their January, I don't know how many games they won in January, but it was not a lot. It was horrible. And then of course, like out of nowhere, like something went off in their heads in the middle of February, and they're like, "Wait a minute, we're not bad hockey players. We could probably win games." And suddenly they won just about every game they played between then and the end of the season, and they didn't make the playoffs because of another team not winning. Like that was really, or another team losing, I guess I should say. Like that was super frustrating. Like
Controlling your own fate, man.
yeah, it's that like that's super. I almost just kind of wish they would have just not because I felt like my time got very invested into wanting to watch and see what they did against the Canadians, wanting to watch what they did against the Capitals, and they're winning all these games that I didn't think they're going to win. Like, holy fuck, this team might actually not even just make the playoffs, but do pretty well for that matter. Nope, don't even make it. But
They're out, and I wanted to talk about the Bulls.
yes, the Bulls.
They're 2-0 against the number one seeded Boston Celtics, and they played in Boston, so they're going to go back to Chicago. Bobo, I know you're a big basketball guy. Did you get a chance to watch any of those games?
I have not got a chance to. I didn't get the chance to see those games. No,
No, well,
I was out of commission this entire weekend.
That's right, you have been.
yeah, he's what?
Achilles tendon injury.
Oof.
So,
Well, if you haven't seen the games, the Celtics are getting out rebound, they're getting outplayed, they're getting outclassed, and they're saying that they're arguably the worst number one seed in history right now.
Really?
Yeah,
But, I don't know if I said in the show. But
Worse
I
than the
did mention
Blackhawks?
several times. I don't know why or how or what the hell the Celtics are doing as the number one seed right now. It didn't make any sense to me at all. But there they were. So what are you going to do?
it's because Cleveland choked pretty bad down the stretch and lost out their number one seed, and the Celtics overtook them. But at the deadline, there was a lot of talk of them possibly getting Danny George or Jimmy Butler or Paul George, and they got neither one of them. And Jimmy Butler's killing them for the Bulls, so they're definitely kicking themselves in the pants right now.
So CJ, while I was listening to him,
Can you
I
get a fucking red light and turn it on.
Yeah.
If it can go, where
I know.
announced.
no. So I mean, literally, just a few minutes ago, we were talking about how the Ice Flyers were losing.
Yeah.
Since then, they have scored 2, so they're now winning 2-1.
All right, Pensacola.
So-
I knew you guys could do it.
So you're making Mayhem's not looking too good right
Yeah,
now.
whatever. I've been a lifelong Ice Flyers team fan.
Lifelong for as long as the 8 years they've been around, or however long that team's been
Yes,
around.
lifelong.
Well,
they're-
they've had Pensacola.
they're the Ice
or they've
Pilots.
had.
Why did the ice pilots change? Well, hold on. I don't want. Let's not start all that. Go ahead back to basketball.
Yeah, back to basketball. There's been a lot of big stories. The Memphis coach just got fined $30,000
I saw
for going
that, yeah.
off about the referees against the Spurs. Obviously complaining about the lack of calls.
Yeah.
That seems to be a lot. That seems to be having a lot with basketball this year.
Yeah, well,
Bad refereeing.
in this case, I mean, they're
accusing of bad refereeing.
They have a legit point. They're bringing up all these stats. You know, they had like the same amount of shots, but the Spurs had.
It was bad in the. I don't mean to interrupt you. It was bad in the. It was in the final NCAA championship game.
Yeah, so-
horrible refereeing in that.
But he got which I was happy for him. He basically said, "We're not going to be the rookie team. Like we're not going to get shafted. You know, I'll speak my mind." And he got fined $30,000 for it, which is players paid for it.
Yeah,
which is good.
Yeah, that's
And,
awesome. Yeah, that's really great.
I mean, it's not going to change the series. The Spurs are still going to demolish them.
I think so
but,
too. Yeah.
And then also there's some complaints in the Pacers locker room because Paul George wanted the last shot, even though he was doubled down the stretch and they missed it against the Cavs, and then they called him out in public. And then
I missed that. Well, I missed all this info.
yeah, and then LeBron basically said, "Hey, you know, it's a team game. Like I don't take every last shot." And,
Yeah.
you know, I forget the name of the player that was for the Pacers, but he's right into the goal, and they didn't pass it to him. He was just chilling. So
Right now, I think my favorite my favorite group of teams that are playing against each other right now in the NBA right now, or the most intriguing, I say, is the Rockets and the OKC Thunder.
Yeah.
That's a good matchup right there. Now, I know the Rockets won the first game.
by a
They're-
lot.
Yeah, they're winning right now only by 1 point. But I meant to bring this up on the show last week, but we just didn't get around to it. But do you think that Russell Westbrook has made a good enough campaign for MVP?
I personally think so. Yeah.
I think so
It was
too.
officially done.
I thought so too, but it hasn't been announced yet, and
Yeah, it should be soon.
it should be. But I mean, somehow
They're-
it's going to go to Stephon Curry or some bullshit.
it's
they're
not.
waiting till
I hope
after everything's done to name the MVP,
Yeah, like I
which
mean,
I
they,
think is crap
they,
because it's
they
about
usually
the
they usually do
regular season.
it. When do they usually do it?
Right for the playoffs, don't they?
Yeah, like, but they're literally waiting till afterwards. So
Well, I mean, the playoffs have already started, so yeah, obviously,
No,
but
it's not supposed to be the playoff, the entire. It's supposed to be just the regular season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
MVP, and then you have your playoff MVP, which doesn't really matter that much. But
yeah.
and Russell Westbrook's killed it. He's
the-
had more triple doubles than anybody.
The NHL actually does that too. They have their award ceremonies like right in the fucking middle of the playoffs or whatever, which I've always thought was bull crap. And the NFL does it too. Like
They did it right before the Super Bowl. That's
Yeah.
how Ryan got in there.
exactly.
The
Saw how well that worked out for
I
him.
was watching the Rockets Thunder game 1, and Patrick Beverly. I don't know if you guys saw this, but he got blindsided on a crossing block and just got demolished. Like it was like an NFL type hit.
Really.
Yeah, but it woke him up. He hit 3 threes right after that and like celebrated. I think the Rockets have a hell of a team. James Harden, he's a MVP candidate.
Yeah,
in his own right.
I was gonna say if it wasn't for Russell Westbrook, I
He's
would say
probably one
James
of my-
Harden would be
or
a.
if not my current favorite player right now.
Yeah,
He
he's
is a
awesome.
fun guy to watch. He always has been. Like I was kind of disappointed. Well, it kind of looked okay when it first started, but when him and Dwight Howard first started playing together, I thought that might be really interesting. And
There's hope, but Howard's Howard.
he's just not. He should have stayed in Orlando. He should have stayed in
Yeah.
Orlando. Like I mean, I don't know how many times I've heard a player say that because that was the team I like growing up when I was a little kid was the Orlando Magic. But I mean, he should have stayed in Orlando. I mean, it was almost like Dwight Howard singly killed the Orlando Magic. Once he decided to fuck off,
Yeah.
everybody did. They fired that coach. They fired that GM.
Right when they got their shit back
Yeah,
together.
Ryan Anderson jumped off board. The Arenas twins jumped off board. It was like, I mean, I've never, ever in my life seen a team just fucking
Yeah, everyone
fold
was
like
scattered.
that.
They just
At le-
fired the GM again too.
I heard. And like when, I mean, at least when Shaq left, it was like a slow decline. Penny Hardaway still stuck around for a while. Horace Grant was still there. But I mean, it was like a slow decline. When Dwight Howard pieced out, that whole fucking team just said, "Screw this," and they have been in the bottom of the barrel of NBA.
Wasn't there a bunch of
embarrassment.
drama going on then too with the coach, with Howard and
Steve Van
everything?
Gundy? Yeah.
Van Gundy just talking shit.
Fat Boy Gundy. I don't see how anybody can like take that guy seriously.
You don't.
Well, I mean, he apparently was doing
That's a
something
pretty
right
good
for a
coach.
while. Like, yeah, he.
I thought
The Magic were doing really well there for a while. They made the NBA championship 1 year under him. Like, Dwight Howard used to be a great player. A lot of those guys were great
you only like
players.
fat pitchers, not fat coaches.
Exactly. Thank you.
Hey, in baseball, it's okay to be fat as a pitcher as long as you have.
But it's not okay to be fat and hold a clipboard on the side of the on
Yeah.
the side of the court.
Exactly.
Well, anyways, moving on.
You're supposed to lead the team, man, by example.
I don't know what to say to that. Like, I mean, Bobo, you got something?
Got
No,
him.
I can,
No,
all
I
I can
mean-
do is laugh.
Okay.
That's all I have to offer.
I got you.
Oh,
Well. So,
I
yeah.
don't care. 907-7686 if you want to call in and make fun of me. Go
Yes,
Hurry
ahead.
up because
absolutely.
we're about to go eat.
Yeah, exactly.
I am anyway.
So, on a little something I kind of wanted to bring up that's not sports related. Kenny, I sent you a picture of this if you want to be on your P's and Q's on this one. I came every week I come across a story that's not sports related that
Is it the corn one?
Well, yeah, it is that. I came across a sports top or a non-sports topic that I thought was interesting, like I do just about every week. And I mean, you guys have heard of the band Korn, right?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, we all know who Korn is. They're one of the biggest rock bands / metal bands in the
They
world.
still play?
They still play. They're actually still doing very well. Like they went through a phase where they put out a bunch of awful albums, but they still sold well for some reason.
I quit listening to him after the...
Dude, I gave up on them
I
years
think it
ago.
was Issues.
School?
Yeah, that too. It was like the one after the one with Ice Cube.
Yeah, that was
like-
Follow the Leader.
Well, yeah, it was the one after that, like
Issues.
Issues, like the one that was on the South Park.
See, the one after that, Untouchables, is when I stopped paying
I
attention
liked
to
the
them.
first album and half of Life is Peachy, and that's it.
Well,
Done.
when they came out, they were a big deal to me when I was a kid. But anyways, like I got over them after the Untouchables album, and it stayed that way for a long time because they just put out bullshit after bullshit. But they still sold well though, and they kind of got pretty much their original lineup back together, minus their drummer, and released an album last year called "The Serenity of Suffering" that I thought was so well that I even put in my.
That's awesome.
But it was a great album. And
Slater.
it was a great album, and it actually it actually sold better than some of their albums have in the last while. But anyway, they're still a very big band, and they're currently right now on tour in South America, and South America probably doesn't get to see a band like Korn very often. You know, they probably show up there like once every 2 years, as opposed to the 3 times a year they tour America.
They're stuck with Limp Bizkit.
Basically. But about a month before this South America tour started, and this is true because I have the picture right above me to prove it, and then there's tons of video evidence out there for it. About a month before the tour started, Korn's bass player Fieldy, for one reason or another, he couldn't make the tour. He had something come up. I think it was family related. I'm not sure, but he couldn't do the tour. And if you're in a band like Korn and you're gonna go to South America to tour, you feel like you could probably get whoever the fuck you wanted to play bass for you, right? Like, well, they went with a 12-year-old kid.
Good for him.
Dude,
It-
I've seen
his-
videos of her for a couple
It's-
of years now. She's amazing.
It's
Her?
Metallica's. It's Metallica's.
It's a dude.
Kid, right?
sure
Yes,
about that?
I am positive. He just has long hair. Yes,
She looks pretty.
but
There's a chick bass player that's young that's out right now that looks just like that.
well, that's not her. No, but his name is 12-year-old Ty
Her.
Trigello, and he's the son of the current bass player from Metallica.
Oh, that
and,
guy.
Yeah, and that dude he's only been with Metallica for so long now, but before that he played bass for Ozzy and played bass for a couple other bands. Dude's a fucking whiz, and there was actually a video that went viral today of a film crew that was like showing like Korn setting up for the show, and
Yeah.
it showed the guitar players just kind of talking to them, going over the parts with them.
Motherfucker.
It's just kind of impressive to me because, like, I mean, at 12 years old, he's 12. He's 12. I didn't play my first show in front of anybody until I was 18, and that was in front of 15 people, I think. This kid's 12, and he can already play bass better than probably most people I know. and including my own band's bass player. Sorry, Chris Tate.
Wow.
And like, well, I mean, no, he's really fucking good. Like,
Well, he's on tour.
Chris
Yeah.
Tate, my bass player would probably agree with him. No, the kid is really good, but I mean, that's a shitload of pressure right there.
Yeah.
To play, I mean, this wasn't like it was one song at a festival. This is numerous shows on tour in South America, and it's not like, and like I said, it's not a festival gig where they're only going to play like 7, 8 songs. These are numerous nights playing 14, 15 songs in a row, and I've listened to the
And
videos.
it's corn, so there's a lot of bass going on.
Yes, yeah,
You know,
and
like,
I-
it's not like you're just in the background. Just
Yeah, and I was gonna say, like, if there's anything Korn is known for, it's Jonathan Davis's vocals, and they have a really, really recognizable bass tone.
Yeah.
I don't care if you love or hate their music. That no one's bass tone sounds like Korn, and that kid is pulling it off perfectly. And to me, it's very impressive. So I mean, I applaud this kid. Like, that's really fucking. I mean, if I was his dad, who just so happens to play in Metallica, I don't know if you guys have heard of them, but. Yeah, he plays in Metallica. That's great, but that has got to make you feel proud.
Is
Yeah.
is this kid the triple of the week?
If we had a triple, I would put him in one of those because that's really fucking cool.
No, that's awesome.
I mean, and I think it's cool that Korn, like, did that. That they were, and that apparently they had that much faith in him to where like they're gonna bring their live show to good paying people in South America and bring this kid up there and knowing that he was gonna kill it and gave him all the confidence in the world. I think that's pretty dope. I think that's pretty dope.
Well, I think his future is pretty bright anyway. Being the
yeah, that
He'll
kid
have
is
to wear shades.
yeah, that's
that,
right.
that kid's gonna be wearing shades. He's probably gonna lose his virginity before he fucking gets his driver's permit. So
Well, good for him.
He may have already lost it. He's in South America with Korn. He may have already lost it. It
Yeah.
may be long gone now. So
Probably. I mean, he's 12.
I love,
Yeah,
I love how comfortable you guys are with talking about a 12-year-old's virginity. That's live on the internet. That's
Well,
awesome.
Internet,
Yeah, that's where that
It's-
usually happens.
that's fine.
thanks, man. Thanks for making it weird.
Dude, I mean,
You guys
Well,
were doing
good-
a great enough job yourself.
well, good for him.
No, but
I'm saying.
but for real, joking aside, good for him. I think that's pretty awesome that this little 12-year-old kid's throwing it down on probably the hardest instrument to play in that band. That's really
That's
really
just
fun.
the double standard. If it was a girl, like 12-year-old girl, that's gross. 12-year-old boy's like, hell yeah, buddy,
Yeah,
go
right,
for it.
dude.
Like,
Yeah,
way-
true. I guess I put my foot in my mouth there. a
Way to
little bit,
go.
But in all honesty, that is fucking rad. That's pretty rad about that kid. Yeah,
There's still
we still got 10 minutes left
Hey.
on the show.
since we're not talking about sports for the moment,
We can do the
can I mention
Syracuse Crunch.
how amazing that Black Mirror is, and that I've binged watched it in like 3 days?
Can you tell us about the first episode?
Yeah, the
'Cause
prime.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard about this.
Okay, so the first episode, you'll love this, Bobo. I think you've seen this actually.
I've seen them all.
Yeah, it's good, man.
It's
Like,
good.
yeah, like okay,
I
it's,
agree.
a, it's a limey show, so of
yeah,
course he's watched it.
It's like a science-based like Twilight Zone, and the first episode, the princess gets kidnapped, so they blackmail the prime minister that they'll kill the girl unless he goes on live television and has sex with a pig. And it's great, man.
And he's
Sex with a pig. That
Yeah.
does sound
And
great. I
he-
mean,
Sex with a pig.
does it.
And he, like, spoiler alert, there's a good chance that he does it. But no, I think my favorite
Did
episode.
you watch them all?
Yeah, I binge
Dude,
watched them all.
what about the I guess the punishment amusement camp? Like it's like a prison.
Yeah, for
amusement
the
park.
lady.
Yeah,
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
That was one of my favorite episodes.
That's White Bear. My favorite is the
White
one.
Bear?
White
Did
Bear.
I hear that correctly?
Yes,
Okay.
White Bear.
Okay, gotcha.
My favorite's
Makes sense.
actually Shut Up and Dance. It's almost on the same line about blackmail. It's this kid. He gets caught doing what most teenage boys do on the computer, and
that was a good one, too.
Yeah, and they record him, and then they blackmail him. That said that they would send it to all the contacts, showing him taking care of himself, to all his his family and whatnot. So
Rubbing one
unless
off.
unless he does whatever this person on the phone says. In the whole episode, there's so many other people they blackmail, and the twist at the end, I don't want to give it away because it's such a good twist and it's a nice spoiler, but that episode is by far my favorite one.
But
What-
it turns out to be more about what he was doing it to.
Yes,
other than
exactly.
The fact
Like
that he was doing
the
it.
material. He wasn't looking at like a swimsuit model or anything.
Well, he might
but
have been, but it just
yeah, possibly. It could go back to our conversation a few minutes ago.
No, yeah.
exactly.
But
Good flashback humor.
that's right. Bubba, what was your favorite?
Actually, I like that one too.
Yeah, it's a good one. You should
Yeah.
watch that show, man.
It's on my to-do list, man. I've been kind of busy these last couple weeks, but
You'll
it's
blow
def-
right through them once you start watching.
Yeah, it's definitely on my
really
to-do
quick-
list.
I know you guys don't want to stay on this too long, but another really good one is the one where like people that are getting close to death go to this like virtual world where they can
Yeah.
actually encapsulate them forever, even when they
I
die.
remember when he started telling me about the show. That was one of the ones he was.
Yeah, it's
that's
like
a really good one,
It's like a
too.
limbo.
Describing.
It's really
There's
really
some
cool.
hot lesbian action in that one too.
Yeah, we all love that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well,
Sounds
except
great.
except for gay men, they probably
Yeah, they're
Well, yeah.
they're probably
Too
not
much
into it,
for
but just a score today from the game we were talking about earlier. You're making
Yeah, Macon. All right.
2-2.
I told you I've been rooting for Macon this whole time.
with 2 minutes left in the third period. So bummer, but
Oh
yeah.
man.
And another score update. It looks like Houston's going to run away with this second game too. It's 114-104 with just a little over a minute left in that game.
The OKC is one player, man.
You're
It's a
pretty much right,
one-player
yeah.
team. That
So I mean, so in other words, does that make it even more kind of official that that's our MVP? Like
the guy on the
I
other
think-
side of the court's just as good, man. But
James Harden?
yeah, with
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook, he led the league in triple doubles. He's just
Well,
He- yeah.
broke the records.
He broke the
Yeah.
record for it. Yeah,
By
it's
the
set
end of the
NBA history.
season, I mean, it's going to be
yeah.
well into the something that probably won't be even touched.
Didn't
Oh,
Russell
absolutely.
Westbrook didn't even make a starting lineup in the All-Star game this
No,
year?
he was the reserve.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of crazy. I
I
mean,
know.
it's whatever. It's funny. Like there's other games going on in the NBA playoffs, but like the NBA's gotten so, dare I say, not one-sided, but there's the teams that you kind of know are going to do well.
Yeah.
And there's one right here. You're between Atlanta and Washington. It's kind of like both those teams are probably not going to see life after the second or third round.
Not necessarily, man. The East is definitely weak. You know, it's going to be.
Well, Washington's got a 2-0 lead now. They beat Atlanta tonight, 109-101. So I guess that season Atlanta had a couple years ago where they were just going off and killing everybody.
Well, they got to go back to Atlanta, and what most people that watch the series will tell you that the games don't really. I mean, until you win one on the other team's court, you know, it's still anybody's series. But
yeah, true.
I think Washington's the better team. John Wall's been healthy all year,
Yeah.
which has been a big. He's actually been an kind of under the radar MVP candidate himself.
Tip off for Golden State and Portland goes down. Well, actually, it looks like that game just started, so we'll see what happens with that. I'm like the thing is, I used to never have a problem with the Golden State Warriors, but they kind of had like the Alabama/New England Patriots kind of effect, I guess. Like where I'm tired of it, I guess. I never had a dog in that fight that I just don't care now. Like they win so much. They've got Kevin Durant on the team now, who apparently is going to suit up tonight to play. That's what I think we heard on the radio over here, that he is going to play tonight. So I don't know. It's kind of one of those like it's funner it's more fun, I should say, to see them lose. But I don't think Portland's got it in them. I know Portland's a good team this year, but
Bobo, who you got, man? Who you got? Who's the champ?
Who's the champ?
Yeah,
the champ of all of it,
Who's gonna win?
the NBA.
Putting them on the spot because I like to do that, Bobo.
I'm
As
just
he
gonna,
rests easy on his microphone.
I'll just go with Cleveland for now.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
I like Cleveland.
For now,
I like Houston too, but
I like Houston too.
Yeah,
I don't know if they have everything that's required.
yeah.
but they're definitely putting up a good fucking effort with 114-104.
Yeah, especially when like
The game's a lot closer than game one. Houston's kinda-
just a few. Well, now it's 114-108, but like a few minutes ago, like it was a 1-point game.
Yeah.
And then they just kind of went off some kind of scoring tangent or whatever. But
basketball, you can catch up real quick though.
yeah, that is true. I
Yeah,
mean,
you can score in less than.
but there's 23 seconds left in that game, and it's 114-108. But I mean, yeah, I've seen crazier things happen in basketball.
Reggie Miller. Everybody goes back
that's the one to go to.
against the Knicks, man.
so amazing.
Yeah,
I
that's
saw
so-
that live as a kid. It was fucking brilliant.
Really,
Yeah, I was watching that game.
man.
Me and JB were watching it because JB's a New York Knicks fan.
Oh,
We were
I never
sitting
knew
on the
that.
couch at my house watching it, and it was just amazing what we were seeing. Boy band?
Yeah, they're
What?
My ears perked up. Boy band.
Yeah, boy band. No, I came across this not too long ago. It was a few days ago. So I mean, my Tampa Bay Lightning, they didn't make the playoffs this year, but their AHL affiliate, the Syracuse Crunch, did. And what the AHL is to the NHL, it's basically like in hockey when you get drafted, unless you're like a top 10 draft pick, you're probably gonna do a lot of time in the AHL. It's almost it's like the NBA development league, but it's taken a lot more seriously. And you know, and y'all know how like when teams are about to make the playoffs and shit, they make hype videos and stuff like that or whatever to get their fans hyped. They took a really interesting. These guys took a very interesting route on that. I don't know what provoked them to do it, but it fucking happened, and you can look it up. It's gone viral. It's almost a little disturbing. I don't know how this gets you pumped up for playoff hockey, but they took 6 dudes from that team and dressed them up in white suits and had them reenact the song by the Backstreet Boys, "I Want It That Way," while lip singing. And they made like a whole video of the whole song doing that. And that was their hype video going into the playoffs to play a St. Charles team, I think it is. I don't know much about the AHL. I know who they are because, like I said, they're my Tampa Bay Lightning's affiliate. But it was really fucking bizarre. Like, I mean, I've seen some really badass hype videos from everything from, like, Cleveland Cavaliers hype videos going into the playoffs or, like, I've even seen really good. I've seen good hype videos of the Saints might not suck hype videos and shit like that. Like I've seen some awesome hype videos, and then this one they're using the Backstreet Boys, but I don't know if it's the best trolling method I've ever seen in my life, or they're just
See if they get the win though.
Yeah,
if they get the win.
let's see if it works.
It's a success.
Yeah. So I mean, like I encourage our viewers out there to go check that out. It's the team's called the Syracuse Crunch. If you Google Syracuse Crunch and Backstreet Boys, I'm very confident that video will be the first thing to pop up. And the funny thing is I mean, if you take away from the fact that they're hockey players going into the playoffs, they did a pretty good job lip syncing it. I mean, I remember that song. I remember when it came out and stuff like that, and like it looked like they prepared for it. They had seen locations. They were well groomed. You know, like, I mean, except for the guys that already had beards, because in most sports, once you make the playoffs, you don't shave, you know? So a lot of them did have beards. Some of them didn't. They had a brother in the mix of all this. That was the soulful one.
Like a black
Does
guy?
he play in the team?
Yes, he does.
Nice. I thought I saw a black dude up there. I was going to ask earlier, but
He's actually the guy that starts it off, too, and he's the most into it, too. Like, like at the very
it was
end.
his idea.
I was
probably.
joking. You really meant a black guy?
Yeah, there's a black dude on the team, and like, I mean, there's plenty of them that play in hockey. But anyways, like, in that song by the Backstreet Boys when he hits the high note at the end and lets it ride, Homeboy does that part. I mean, he gets into it, pulls his shirt open, like, letting his hands out. Y'all, it was a great scene of that. But but like I said, I just thought it was kind of bizarre. Like that was their hype video, was the Backstreet Boys. But I mean, who knows? Either it was just something stupid they decided to do, or it might be the great. It might be the most genius tactic in all of professional sports history. Who knows? So I mean, I keep my eye on the Syracuse Crunch anyways to see what kind of good players we're gonna get next season out of them. But I'm definitely gonna keep an eye on it now.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool. I know these guys definitely will.
Incomplete was my favorite Backstreet Boys song.
Incomplete.
I don't have one.
Yeah, I was gonna say. You know how I know you're
Actually,
gay? You have a favorite Backstreet Boys song.
Yeah, and the NSYNC is actually making a comeback.
Is NSYNC making a comeback? Even with Lance Bass coming out and being like, "Yeah,
There is
it was an act
one
play.
I like to sing though in karaoke because it's so ridiculous. It's step 1, we can have lots of fun. Step 2, there's so much we can do. Step 3,
I thought you were go.
He sings really high,
shit!
but I don't know what the name of the song is. I think it's called Step by Step.
I thought you always just sang that's not my name.
Well, no, I
Yeah,
did
that was his go-to song.
I had a catalog. Unlike most karaoke singers, I can try and sing more than this one song badly. I try to sing as many songs badly as possible.
Well, a final score update for the night. It looks like your Mayhem pulled it off in the final seconds, 3-2, making Mayhem beat the Ice Flyers. So
Hooray!
bad news to the Ice Flyers. They got to try and win.
So possibly no more.
Possibly
Possibly.
they've got 2 more games this weekend against the Macon Mayhem.
They have to win
but
the next game.
They have to. They
Or they're done.
Yeah, or they're done. So that's that. And like I said last week, I mean, the Ice Flyers are in contention to possibly tie the record for the most winning team in the SPHL history. So be nice if they pulled it off. But I mean they kind of like the Lightning. They weren't looking very good at the beginning of this year either. But then their old coach came back and put their foot up their ass, and suddenly they became really good. But I mean, it's one game. They lost by a goal. They managed to pull within a lead at one point in time. That's a lot of disappointed fans leaving there tonight. But oh well, fuck it. Maybe they'll go over to Macon and send their fans home unhappy. I hope so. Anyways, that's all I got for the night tonight, guys. It was a crazy day, man. Like I had a whole we got to talk about everything we wanted to talk about, but I mean that Aaron Hernandez thing just really kind of threw everybody through a loop. This
The Facebook Live thing the other day was pretty crazy,
which Facebook Live thing?
where the guy killed that guy.
Oh God, I forgot
You hear
about
how
that.
they
Yeah.
caught him?
Yeah, I thought he killed himself.
He went through
he did.
McDonald's and he ordered a meal, and they kept the McDonald's people recognized him and called the cops, but they didn't give him his fries. They said, we're waiting on your fries.
Oh,
We're waiting
shit.
on your fries. And they waited for as long as possible before he just be like fucking whatever. And then because they knew the cops were en route, and then finally they're like, all right, well here's your fries, and he left, and the cops were kind of like right there, and then he drove away for a minute and it's like fuck it and shot himself. But the
I'll be damned.
McDonald's actually hold his fries in the back so they can stay there and tell them that we're waiting on fries still.
You
which,
tried McDonald's.
Let's be honest, if you should McDonald's, you're like, yeah, that sounds
The-
reasonable.
McDonald's. The
There are
next
no
time people
fries
give
ready.
you shit for shit food, you can say, "Well, man, fuck you. At least we tried. God damn it!" Like,
they're taking the credit for fucking up an order that they were gonna fuck up anyway.
yeah, right. Probably. That's a very good point.
Nah, we're waiting on your chicken to come through.
Yeah, right. It's only going to be about 10 minutes on your chicken McNuggets, sir.
Yeah.
That seems to happen. to me
Pull
all
up to the
time.
front.
Just pull up to this window right
Pull
here.
up to the side.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us tonight. We'll see y'all next week, same time, same place. My name is Schreiber, here with CJ and Bobo. We'll see y'all for episode 33 next week on the Underground Pub Show here on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network. Peace.
Bye, guys.
Laters.
Later. Have a good night. Rocket Man.
Tune in every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Time for the Underground Pub Show, right here on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.